It's not every day you meet somebody who changed the way you think about money, finances, and how your life is heading. And today I want to really focus on the weekend I had, and I got to actually meet the person who inspired me to make changes in my life financially. Here we go.
Let's go.
So please like and subscribe to the channel. If financial freedom, if getting out of that 9-to-5 role is on your agenda at some point in the future, then that's what this channel is all about. It's all about trying to help, support, and guide people to be better, to know that you have got choices in life. You don't need to keep just turning up for work just because it's what you've always done. But last weekend, I had the privilege to attend an event in Sofia, and I got to meet one of my, I suppose you would call him an idol. I read this book, Beach Money. I read this book years ago, and I was still working full time in the car industry. And I basically just saw the book online and I thought, Beach Money, that's a really catchy title. What is that all about? Create your dream life through network marketing. And I was like, what the fuck is network marketing? Because all I knew was turn up for work at 8:30 in the morning, clock in, do a hard day's work, and then leave at whatever time, 8 o'clock in the evening. But I want to read what it says on the back of this book. Hence the glasses. Beach Money shows you how to compress a 30-year career into 3 to 5 years. Design your life around your free time instead of around your work schedule, and turn your yearly income into your monthly income. Now, do you want to think about that? Turn your yearly income into your monthly income. If you were able to do that, would life not just be so different? And that is what Beach Money is trying to tell us all. Jordan is a regular guy. I was lucky enough to meet him at the event. So he was walking past, and he was so nice. I was just like, Jordan, mate, I've read your book. I think you're really inspiring. You made me make a change in my life. Going to give us a selfie, big man. And he was like, yeah, he's from Las Vegas. He flies helicopters around Las Vegas now because he's got more money than, gee whiz, he's got some serious money dropping in every month. So he does his passion now, which is he's a helicopter pilot. And he was like, yeah, no bother, grab a picture. And then he was like, I saw him before anyone else did. And then I got my picture with him. And within minutes, he was swamped. And it was just mainly women all around him. And he's doing his stuff, giving his selfies. But he was a really nice gentleman, which first of all was really nice to know. It's nice to know that the people that have maybe motivated and inspired you are also just genuine, normal people deep down. Do you have people who motivate you? I used to not have that because I used to not read books. I used to just think I knew it all, and I sold cars. I worked for Mercedes, then I worked for Audi. Everything's great. But the reality is, life is not about working all the time. The wealthy people in the world don't work all the time. They have money working for them so that they don't need to work all the time. And that's what this book, Beach Money, is all about. Now, look, it's actually really thin. So see if you're not a reader, it's a dead easy read, and there's only 14 chapters in it. And basically, it's just saying that, look, he used to work in the airline industry. He was fed up being fed up. He knew there must be something more to it. So he started making a change. He started reading personal development books. He then started trying to do direct sales, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It's a multi-billion pound industry, and some of the wealthiest people in the world come from network marketing. For example, Richard Branson. If you're in the UK, most of my audience is in the UK. Richard Branson started a network marketing company. I can't remember the name of it, but that's, Donald Trump. Yep. His name, you either love him or hate him. He started a network marketing company. Why did Robert Kiyosaki, really, really wealthy guy, he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, involved in network marketing. Now, why are all these really, really smart, switched on people involved in that industry? And it's because it's an industry whereby you can enter it at a minimum cost, £10, to start your own business within a bigger business. Bit like franchising. So you start your own franchise, you follow the rules, the regs, the process, you do what they tell you to do, they give you your own website, and then all you do is you share those products or you share that service. And by you sharing, you earn income from sharing, and then you ask other people, are you fed up working? Do you really want to work till 67? Oh, no, you don't either. Cool. What's your plan? You've not got one? All right, cool. Have a look at this. What do you think? And then you help and support the people that you bring into that business. It's called leverage. So as I say, Beach Money is the book. If you're in my industry, you really want to make sure you've read that. It'll make some real dramatic changes. But it's an honest book. It also shares the ups and downs. Because like all businesses, 90% of small businesses that start fail within 3 years. That's a horrible statistic. But if you've got the right kind of mentors on your side, like young Jordan, he does look really young. I think he's maybe getting on a little bit, but he still looks good. Whatever moisturizer he's using, he looks good. If you've got good mentors on your side, then it means you can make better decisions. You can make better choices. Because at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all people. We've all got emotions. We all get scared when we, like I get scared in my business. I get scared before I press live when I do this because I'm like, oh, what are people going to think? And then I go, right, Dale, can you pay your bill with people's thoughts? No, you can't. Why do you worry about what people think? So I try not to do that. And I use people like Jordan as my motivation, my inspiration to make sure that no matter what, I'm focused on being the best person I can be and helping as many people as I can achieve financial freedom. And you do it by checking out information at the website, sacktheboss.co.uk, or drop me a message on social media, and I'll give you some information on how you could maybe within 3 to 5 years have your yearly income as your monthly income. Crazy. I know it's crazy. But the reality is, if other people are doing it, why can't you? How are all these other people better than you? That's what I thought. And I was like, well, they're not fucking better than me. I might not be perfect, but I'm prepared to give it a try. I'm prepared to try and get better. And we need more of that, especially in the United Kingdom. We're such a what's the word? Not scared, but the schools are just battered us into having little to no ambition, that we just, once you've got a job, we just do that, we just stick, we stay safe. Well, staying safe means that your wages are always pretty poor. And when the cost of living hits and everything doubles in price, if you've already got a reasonably poor income, then it really starts to bite. So one of the things that he did, and this is what really, really inspired he made the room do a goal setting session. And again, I've worked for some of the biggest companies. I worked for Pendragon PLC. I worked for Reg Vardy PLC. I then worked for Lookers PLC. And none of these companies ever did any form of goal setting with me. And goal setting is really important because if you don't set any goals down, you don't make any changes because you've got no direction. And this goal setting session was really simple. So he's up on stage and he actually admitted, he said, look, other than stick these amounts on the wall, I've not prepped this. I've no idea how this is going to pan out. But what he told us to do is he wants us to imagine that we're given that amount of money. So number one, you're given €500. You've got to spend it or you're going to lose it. And you've got to have it spent within 12 months. And you have to write down what you want to do with that €500. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole goal setting exercise, but I will do. I'm going to share 2 of the goals that I wrote down. Because I do think whether you're in my industry, whether you're part of Utility Warehouse, whether you're in another network marketing business, or whether you're stuck in a job that frustrates you, it would be really important for you and your family to do this exercise, because it will maybe make you think of the things that you really want in life but are not possibly achieving. So I'll start with the first one. Just dig out my notes. So on the first one, if I had 500 euros and I had to spend it or lose it, my goal would be to take my wife to Sofia for a weekend break, which is just a small goal. But the reason I wrote that down is I was in Sofia. I was so impressed with the city. I really was so impressed with Sofia, the people, the infrastructure, the cost of things, the quality of things. It was night and day ahead of the United Kingdom. And I was so surprised at that. So if I had 500 euros and I had to spend it or lose it, my goal would be I'll take her to Sofia, because trust me, 500 quid will get you flights and accommodation, and you still have money for some cheap street food every night. And that's what I like. I like street food. I can't be bothered sitting and doing a 3-course meal. I find it pretty boring. I've done it a million times. So boring. So that was my goal for number 1. And I'm also going to share my goal for number 12. Now, again, the exercise here is if you were given €1,000,000, you had to spend it within 12 months, or you were losing it, you're going to lose all of it. Spend it or lose it, what would you do? So I wrote down buy loads of cars and buy a house in the country. A lovely farmhouse in the countryside, somewhere near to the water. Because I think it's nice to live near the water, but I also want to live in the country to walk the dogs and have chickens and stuff like that. Get your own eggs every morning. I think that would be amazing. But I want a really nice modern farmhouse. And I also want Lamborghinis, and I want, big AMG Mercedes Jeeps for the dogs, Lamborghini to cut about in, just something like that. That's what I wanted. So I want fast cars and a house in the country near the sea. So if I had €1,000,000, I've got to spend it or use it. That was my goal. Now I wrote goals down for every single one, and I'm not going to bother sharing them all with you. But the whole point in that exercise is for us as human beings to realize that, can I achieve what I have wrote down here from a £80,000 a year job? No, I can't. So maybe if I've got an £80,000 a year job, as good as it might be, it's still only normal. And normal doesn't change things. Normal doesn't get you the things that you really want to do. Normal doesn't allow you to contribute to the charities that you want to contribute to. If you want to give 10 grand a month to your favorite charity, can you do that if you're only on 80 grand a year? No, you can't do that. And that's where I'm learning. And I have never been an avid goal setter, but when I joined Utility Warehouse, they have always tried to tell us, look, you're better than you are. Set some goals in life. Because if you don't set goals, you're basically floating around like a fart in the wind. No direction. And by setting goals, I have managed to build a utility warehouse business that's, got me as 1% of the company. Now, I've got a lot more to go, loads more to do, but I just wanted to share the power of meeting somebody that really inspires you, having read their book, and the message that they gave me, which was, look, Dale, just set goals. Just always try and focus on being better. The main theme was be 1% better than you are the day before, because you can't make massive change in your life. It's impossible, In the same way as if you're going to build a wall, you don't just build the whole wall, you build it one brick at a time. And goal setting is the same. If you try to be a little bit better every day, but you've got a goal further down the line that you're aiming for, then as long as you try to be 1% better every single day, then what happens over time is you achieve that goal at the end. So it's not about massive change. It's about little bits of change all the time. So does goal setting, is it currently a part of your life? If it's not, maybe it should be. If you're in the team and you're not setting goals, then that's maybe why you're not achieving the next rank that you want to achieve. So my advice to you is goal set, because when I do it, it helps my business and it will help your business if you do the same. Plus, oh, I've just had somebody message through the website. How does this side hustle operate? I will let you know, amigo, when I come off this live. It's actually quite interesting. I am getting inquiries, not just from the United Kingdom, but it shows me that people are watching the content. I can see they do, and that's fantastic. It really inspires me to do more because I'm helping people get to where I am, and I really want to help as many people as I can have the lifestyle I've managed to build. I'm not a millionaire at all, but I'm comfortable, and it's lovely having passive royalty income. It's lovely when it drops in the bank because every month, same, just a little bit more drops in every month. It's not massive increases, but it's that slow 1%. So every month it just grows and grows and grows. But it's interesting seeing the places that inquiries come from, these crazy mobile numbers. I have to check the number. They've got, like, you know how the UK is +44. So I'm looking, they're all different numbers. I'm like, okay, that's really good. And then I messaged them saying, look, do you have UK contacts? Because we are really a UK based business. Sorry, that sidetracked me there. So look, yeah, my advice is goal set. If you're in the team, you need to goal set. Utility Warehouse have a goal setting training on the partner portal. So you can even log into the partner portal and you can go and you can book for the goal setting course. It's run by Chris Williams, who's a really inspiring guy. In fact, I've got his CD somewhere down there. But goal setting is the only way people change. It's the only way you move forward. Because if you've no goals set down, then all you do is you keep doing what you were doing all the time. Oh, they're currently in Uganda. Fantastic. Right. Well, I'll get in touch with you. So I take it you're watching this live as on the website. So brilliant. I'll reach out to you just after this. But yeah, just goal set. Do you need to believe in it? No. But it works. In the same way as, you don't need to believe in Santa, but every morning, every Christmas, I would wake up and there's presents there. So, I believe in God. I go to mass, I believe. And, a lot of times things happen off the back of saying some prayers. So sometimes it's just about believing in the process. And if you believe in the process, magic happens. So that's my advice. Do some goal setting, folks, and you'll really see your life start to change. Please reach out to me if I can help. You can either get a copy of our magazine through the website, SackTheBoss.co.uk. Drop me a message on social media. I get quite a lot of messages. I actually just got a message about what's happened in Manchester, a live video. Don't know if you've seen it. Somebody's recorded when this somebody's attacked. Is it not a mosque? A synagogue in Manchester, and it was recorded live on a mobile phone. You see this poor soul dead outside the synagogue, and there's two police officers armed with their machine guns. The guy's got a bomb strapped to him, and he's trying to get up to obviously trigger the bomb outside the synagogue, and you just see the police take the shot, taking the guy out. What's going on in the world? What the fuck is going on in the world where people are doing these kind of crazy things? We really need to just try and, live in peace. Have different opinions. Opinions are good. Have different viewpoints. Have different political viewpoints. For the love of God, don't start blowing people up about it or shooting people about it. Opinions are good. We need to live in a world where people can view their opinion, air their opinion. It's respected, but it can still be different. I just don't get what's going on, man. There's just far too much craziness going on in the world. Anyway, have a lovely day. Set your goals. And I'll see you on the next SackTheBoss Daily. Let's go.